Born here, but I feel like a tourist. Middle finger to the world when they come for me. Just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council coaches too. Middle finger to the world when they come for me. Just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council coaches too. Middle finger to the world.
Welcome to episode number 61 of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. I am him, he, the host Tuck, and as always, I have a great show for you. Me, my trauma, and I. On today's show, we will be talking about people that have made their trauma a part of their identity. Like they literally turned a temporary experience to a permanent condition. And we are going to try to take the power out of trauma. But before I get into, there is something I must do, and that's allow my panel a chance to introduce themselves. So to my right.
Hi, my name is Justice. My Instagram is angel_J, JA 3 E's.
What's going on? This is What Would Nino Do, _, under every word on all platforms.
What's going on? My name is Raheem Cousin. You can find me at Raheem Cousin Speaks on Instagram.
I'm Jess, and you can find me as Jenna Juicy on all platforms.
Me, my trauma, and I. This is probably one of the most podcasts where I gotta literally tread around because I don't want to come off as not being empathetic to people's trauma. But the conversation has to be had because people really make trauma a part of who they are. And I'm just going to ask y'all, like, why do you think people hold on to trauma?
Comfort.
They didn't want to do the work to heal. Some people just accept it. And some people use it for an excuse. I'm triggered. I'm going to be mad.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like
we're going to flip all the stuff over triggered.
Not to operate like an adult. It's like if they have a crutch to anytime they're going through something, they can say, hey, this happened to me, so that's why I act like this. Nah.
Okay, now, like, for instance, me, somebody that hasn't dealt with this type of trauma. But, like, say, for instance, how do you feel if I told somebody that was molested as a child, and I look at that grown woman and say, you need to let that shit go?
You asking me?
That, like, how do it come off?
Yeah, it comes off as you being
insensitive.
That's the word. Insensitive. But you got to see it from both points of view. It happened is something that, hell, me being me, I only wish on my worst enemy, but not on my loved ones.
I don't wish that shit on nobody.
Fuck that. Well, that's why y'all know who I am.
That's me.
That's why it's me. And I like had to deal with this, but I would never say get over it. Like that shit is like I can't imagine that. That shit is fucked up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
That shit is like really fucked up.
You can say heal from it. Like heal. Like the key word be heal. Like accept it, like not say learn from it. But like go through the emotions and the grieving, all that through it, and then after that, you have to like give it to God. Like you can't just
because at some point, like when people can acknowledge what's wrong and why they are the way that they are, it's like okay, there's a starting point for you to heal from there. That's where you need to start the basis from because other than that, you are holding on to.
You gotta accept it.
But if she's a grown woman,
it's too late.
Can't I tell her? You need to let that go.
No, you can't tell her that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yes, you can, because I feel like a lot of dudes as grown men talking about like my daddy wanted my life, so that's why I'm like this. No, nigga, you're grown now. You can't rely on.
And
what
you won't be that insensitive. You won't be that sensitive towards a guy who said that.
But that's a different scale of trauma.
Well, okay.
Because
he was still a
child. Wait. My daddy not being there and me being molested.
Yeah,
it's two levels of trauma.
But
different.
You don't know why they're asking that though, or why they going through that. Because their daddy not being there could have been like, hey, I'm in foster care now. Or because my dad wasn't there, my older cousin or my stepdad used to beat me up.
Right.
But my daddy wasn't there to protect me. So that level of trauma is the same amount of trauma. It just depends.
To be honest, I get from the outside looking in, it does not look like the same level of trauma. But the effect that it has on the individual could be the same level. Same level. So I come off as insensitive by telling somebody to let it go. And a lot of people would say you're insensitive by saying that. So like when they use like coping mechanisms like alcohol, nobody would tell me I'm wrong for telling them to let it go. So I can tell the behavior to let go, but I can't tell you to let go of the source of the behavior.
You're right, but it's kind of tough to let go of one and not the other. I'm talking about as far as behavior, as far as like drinking to
if it
cope.
causes them to become
Yeah, you
alcoholic,
drinking because that's your getaway for.
Yes.
That's your escape, yeah.
to forget about the trauma.
Yes,
But
you gotta
then-
stop drinking. But also, the reason that you're drinking is because you're going through something from your past.
And not
So
letting
you
it
gotta
go.
let both of them go, actually, though.
But
It's hard to let go of that habit once you became
But this-
think straight. Dependent on that habit.
But
'Cause
that,
now
the
you're gonna
source, though.
But they're
But-
saying like you can't tell someone like if someone's an alcoholic and they're alcoholic because of this trauma that happened over and over again through their childhood. Then they grew up and they were like, okay, I'm turning to alcohol. So now you got to tell them, okay, let go of the alcohol. If they let go of the alcohol, that means they got to get sober enough to sit there and think about those thoughts. If they can't accept those thoughts and get through those thoughts and actually process what's going through their head, they're gonna go back to alcohol. So like no matter what, they have to let it go. Like
Yeah.
Like-
Well, once you get hooked on heroin.
Yep.
You got no.
alcohol. He went to hard drugs. Heroin,
But
meth.
to be honest, that's a reality. That's a reality.
You got people who will get hooked on these drugs to try to escape their trauma, but
That's
then they
crazy.
might get rid of the trauma. But once you get on that dope, they ain't no hope.
It's
You
an
shoulda
alcoholic,
kept that
like, I
tra-
would
you
never
shoulda
do
kept that
that.
trauma. You should have kept that trauma, honestly.
Like trauma is a term used to describe a deep discretion or overwhelming experience that you can have lasting negative effects on a person physically, emotionally, and mental well-being. It can be caused by singular events or series of events. Meaning like Dr. Miles Monroe said, like, even when it comes to suicide, people commit suicide because it's a permanent solution to like a temporary problem.
Mm.
People, I'm asking like, why do people not view what happened to you as just an experience?
Because it has long-lasting effects
Yeah.
on you.
Only if you let it.
Nah, man. Sometimes
No, I'm in a barbershop constantly. So I heard a story where a guy said, he got molested or whatever, but he could never ever watch wrestling again because when it happened, that's what was on the TV. So anytime wrestling come on, it triggered the emotions of being molested as a kid. I said, that's crazy. When you really think about it. Every time you see Hulk Hogan.
no.
But that's when you don't deal with the trauma. People what they do is they say I'm healed. But if that opens back up the wound, you were never healed.
But that
that's
guy,
a trigger.
like that guy could
See,
be.
that's it. Trigger. If you're healed, you're not having the same experience to
It
be
can
unhealed.
remind you.
Yeah, you
can
can get healed
it's
like
a-
like
and
PTSD.
but
you
it
can be you
shouldn't
can
bother
have
you
you
to
can get
that
healed from
point.
PTSD, but then there could still be something that you're supposed to stay away from or something
And
that
that-
you went
Right.
go back to the war.
You
after
Like
you
I
got
knew
out
somebody
from
that
PTSD.
can't play Call of Duty because they're in the army, and those like guns and
Or there's
all the
codes and
situations.
stuff
The
they
images,
use in
yeah,
it, like.
Right.
That's undealt with trauma.
But they can be dealt
But
with.
it-
They can still
but
live
it's-
their life.
but
and
it
everything's
takes you
fine,
back-
But it could be like because think about the brain is a muscle that we can't control. We don't. There's a lot they
No,
don't
no,
know
no,
about
you
the
can
brain.
control your mind,
Okay,
yeah.
you can control the brain, but I'm saying that we don't. It's an organ that they haven't mastered yet. So like, there's triggers inside the brain that something could click in it, and you can't
Right.
stop it from being triggered. Like you can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna turn this piece off," unless you like. I don't know.
That's just like if you
it's
smoke
just
crack
me.
and you see a pipe. It ain't nothing. You're like, bro.
You gonna
I-
start
I
itching.
always
I
go
wanna
back
smoke
to
again.
see if I revisit those things to see where I'm at with it, and if it don't bother me no more, then I'm like, okay.
If-
Then you have a lot of control.
No, this is what it is.
Which
If
is-
you see a pipe and you like, if you see a pipe and it triggers something in you, you're still a crackhead. If you see liquor,
No way.
no, if you can't be around liquor, you're still an alcoholic. This is undealt
agree.
with trauma.
I could agree with
I
you
can
on that.
see, I can
stand
see
on
I
that.
don't
Like you should be
agree
able
with
to
you on
function.
that.
I don't agree.
like-
How do you, okay?
A normal person can go around and be just fine. Or somebody
Oh, that's fine. How is
I
but
can't-
the only
But an alcoholic, if you
If
it
you
don't
got that
bother
big
you,
bottle of Tito's, that half gallon. But that's what I'm saying. It's almost like he ain't done with me yet, because
and you ain't done with that crack yet.
no. But
it can
it's
spin a
almost
block
like-
any minute.
like I want to do this. I see it, and I see this big bottle of liquor, and I want to do it because I'm used to doing it.
That's
Now-
a different want. Want and I can't be around is two different things. Like if you're healed, how would you know? Like if I hurt my knee, how would I know my knee is better? Do I just keep crutches for the rest of my life? Because that's what it is, a mental crutch. Do I keep crutches because I'm scared to put pressure because it might hurt again? Or do I walk and test it to see if I'm actually healed?
That's why he around that big bottle.
Huh?
See if I can't drink it.
So if because number one, you can't escape temptation everywhere you go. You're on if you can't.
You know I'm laughing.
You can't.
That's a motherfucking fight.
If you saying you're a faithful man, how would you ever know if you're never tested?
Yeah, you don't want to go out there to the wolves.
Yeah.
They'll suck you up.
Because deep inside you're not yet.
I see you looking at it different.
I'm
you don't want
being
to go
real.
outside. Yeah, I'm staying high.
You got people like that.
I just think I would never I don't know how to you letting that shit go and telling somebody, because what happens is people tend to empathize with people,
Right. I see what you're going through.
and that doesn't and that don't help.
Enabler.
Instead of telling them like, hey man, well you need to confront these demons right now.
Right.
Why you
Or no, you're
Got a
not in the
clear
same
mind.
situation again. Like
Right.
you're not in that situation right now, so don't think in that way that you were thinking before.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like when it comes to trauma, if you don't deal with it properly, people tend to become the thing they hate.
That's crazy. That's
Right.
true.
No, that's
I've
valid.
seen it personally as now being an adult. You seen family, the stuff that they deal with.
Yep.
But now they grown and they doing exactly
What?
they was like, I wouldn't do that.
If your
You the same person.
If your parents used to beat your ass and they strict and they always got on you about everything, 9 times out of 10 you do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's
'cause
crazy?
I'm like that.
What's crazy is
I be nagging like my mom sometimes. I be like, dang, that's
I'm
just
like
I used to.
I'm exactly like that because I really wish that now my stepdad died in 2009, right? So I was 19 somewhere around there. But he used to be so strict, strict. But now I'm grown. I'm like, bro, I see why you did that. He used to be like, nah, you need to be a certain
Makes
type of way. You need to do this. He was like, bro, you need to wear your hat straight. He used to be like earrings and braids and dreads. I wanted to do all that, but he was like, nah, keep your stuff clean.
Yeah.
But now that I'm grown, I'm like, bro, I be the same. Hey, y'all need to clean yourself up.
yeah.
But I really wish I can. Like I said, he died, but I really wish I could be like, bro, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I be
Because-
giving my mom her flowers.
Right.
Yeah,
Like-
'cause I be like some things. I'm like, dang, like it didn't make sense. Then now I'm going through it. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay,
Like my cousin-
it makes sense why you said this 5 million times. It makes sense why you make sure we had that chicken out that freezer when we got home. Like,
Right.
it makes
It's some
sense.
order in life. And my cousins used to stay in hood spots. It was just fun to me.
Yeah.
But not really knowing that, bro, he can see over this hill. I can't. I'm a little kid. So he was just literally trying to protect me from what I was going to get into, essentially, from hanging around them. But I'm just thinking, I want to do hood rat shit with my friends because my cousins, essentially, but they stay in the hood, but everybody over their house all the time, everybody up late all the time, and they just having a good time. But he like, nah, you come home. You come home. You stay here while
you're
we're
having
here.
a good time, but they're actually going through life. Like,
Yeah, they really do it. They really going through stuff.
Like, this is really their decision, and you're just like, let me go back home to my like family and my bed, and they're like, nah, we're here.
But I never noticed until I got older. I'm like, okay.
And see
what ruin a good time.
Right.
And see what happens is, damn, because it's like when you're not dealing with what somebody has dealt with, you tread around the truth. And it's all because of love. It's really it's a gift and a curse. Because you know if you say the wrong thing, you might lose them. But this person needs this information.
Absolutely.
Because holding on to trauma is like it's really poison.
It's heavy. It's like heavy on your heart. It's heavy on your body.
You seen that post? I seen a post like literally maybe 2 days ago. Somebody holding a rope, and somebody's pulling it. But while they're pulling it, it's like literally turn their hands up. But then somebody kind of like released it a little bit, and it released the pressure. Then when they let it go, it's like, bro, my hand is fine after I let this tight rope go.
Right.
So essentially, hey, you gotta have these tough conversations because at the end of the day, you're holding on, you're building a knot, whether it's a rope in your hand, a rope in your stomach, whatever. But overall, you gotta you gotta talk to them about it.
But like
sooner than later.
Like you said about, you feel like it's all trauma. Like on the same level. Like you like you feel like trauma is trauma.
Nah, I feel like all trauma ain't the same trauma.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the results.
Me telling a woman, all right, let's give another scenario.
All right.
Me telling a woman that got molested as a child that you need to get over it. Right? You need to stop letting trauma sit in your life. And you might get some pushback.
For sure.
And see, everybody feels comfortable with saying that. But
until they gotta have that conversation.
Until it happened to you.
Yeah.
Not only do it happen to you, but let's stick to if it happened to somebody else. Now, watch how empathy, and we're gonna change our whole trajectory about how we speak to people, right? If somebody this never happened, would you tell a woman that lost her child she needs to get over it?
Those are never the words to say to somebody that's dealing with any trauma. Like to get over it. It's never that's never going to be an okay statement regardless of the trauma. But you have to heal. You have to. Yes. I don't care if you lost your kid. I don't care what the trauma was. You have to heal regardless.
Essentially, y'all said the same thing. Too.
Yeah, it's the way you deliver it.
It's the delivery. I think you telling somebody to get over it, no matter what it is.
I mean, I mean to say get over it. I meant to say let it go.
Let it go. But I think
how you gonna tell me to let my child go, nigga?
No,
right.
You can't do that.
But it's the delivery though. It's how you package it.
It doesn't matter how you say it.
Or it's like move on. Like don't let go. But it's like, there's some things you just can't forget.
How you gonna tell me to move on from my child?
Because life is moving, the clock's moving. You're gonna die. Like if your kid, you're sitting here and you just sit in this trauma, but everything keeps going. That earth, that time, work, everything keeps going. So you sitting here in that same spot, in that same mentality, the same sadness ain't gonna change shit because everything's gonna keep going. So you in this sadness are gonna be sitting here by yourself, and everything else is gonna keep going. And then you're gonna be looking just alone in the same spot, and then you're gonna blame everyone else, but you're in the same spot with your own sadness.
Well, see, here's the whole issue, right? Like everybody want to feel bad for themselves. What I've learned dealing with my trauma shit, whatever, I embrace that shit. And I make that shit make me a better person.
Cause that's what Nino do.
I like that. I like that one. I like that one.
Nah, for real. That's what I do. Cause it's like everybody's scared to go to the dark side.
You know
I
what?
run to the dark side sometimes.
See,
You lost me at the run to
Okay,
it, but
Dorothy.
I get what you're saying. I feel you on that. I'm
born
the
in
same
the
way.
No,
That boy bang.
no,
molded by it.
no. All right, listen. You gotta have a little bit of light, and it gotta be balanced. It-
But that's
yin
also
yang.
with like therapy.
yeah.
I feel like
I vouch for
therapy
that shit.
not
Oh yeah.
effective for the individual. Now, couples therapy, I feel like is valid. But
that shit is.
no,
Keep
couples therapy is valid. Just communication style.
Couple therapy is the only time men get to express themselves, but on June 13th, we will be able to express ourselves.
Hey.
But no. I feel like couples therapy is
I think he
effective.
did
'cause
that last week.
it's effective. It's effective. But the individual therapy, if you're not willing to accept whatever trauma that you've been through, no matter
Therapy only
who's
works for
talking
people
to,
that want to get
right?
help.
No matter who you're talking to about it, you're not gonna get a breakthrough unless you fully accept it. You could have accepted that on the way over there.
Yeah.
Like, dang, my daddy did this to me. All right, cool. I accept it. Man, I gotta move on. But one person telling you like you need to move on,
Yeah.
they can't do anything.
You know what most trauma, like I think most trauma actually stem from? Not as a child, but as an adult when trauma happened to you.
What adult trauma do people have?
Like it could be
I mean, outside of like, I understand like rape and stuff.
Mhm.
I understand.
it could be death. It could be death.
Talking
It
about
could be-
adult trauma like happening in adulthood.
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
thinking.
death, loss of job, can't take care of your kids. You got a lot of stuff that can cause trauma. But I think one of the main things is that what really causes a lot of trauma is a sense of control. We think we control our atmosphere.
But
Like-
that's crazy because it's opposite for me. Because you know how I struggle with control so much. That's one of the things that keep me from having trauma because I just don't want something else to think it can control me. I'm in control of me. So
yeah.
it's like,
No. 'Cause-
That's not
no.
the-
You say you're in control.
Yeah, I'm like
That's-
I can't let that trauma control me.
Oh no, that's a way. That's a way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not in control of the effect of losing a child. That trauma can still control you.
I'm sure it can, but you know, I struggle with control, and that's one of the things where I'm like, I'm not about to let nothing affect me. I'm in charge of me.
And that's the way you pose to attack everything.
But it's still not because sometimes it backfires sometimes with trying to be in control of everything. It's not always a good thing, but it do help stop with. I don't have to deal
Hold
with
up.
trauma.
So you saying no matter what,
I'm
It
a
can't
person that
control you.
think I like. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna bother me. Stuff gonna bother me. It's
okay.
not that I'm human still at the end of
sure.
the day. But at the same time, like when I feel like something is controlling me,
okay,
then I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Nah, Jess, I gotta act like Floyd. Like I gotta talk to one of me and like, hold on, wait, Jess.
or the other person.
We ain't finna play them kind of games.
and
Like,
see-
hold on.
and that's when real life hits you in the face because I used to think I'm in control of me. I used to think that I really like my life. I got everything. I'm
Yeah,
cool.
cool.
I ain't really wanting for nothing. Then the moment my mother died, I used to even think that people that commit suicide are cowards.
No, they brave. You got
No.
to be a brave soul to want to do that.
And / coward. I used to think that way. When my mama died, I never thought about committing suicide, but I swear I wanted to drink myself to death.
Mm.
And I've never seen me in that dark place. I ain't even really believe in this so-called dark place. But it started like me, this is me pre-death thinking, cause I ain't experienced it. I think y'all just giving up, you're this, that, and the third. Then when life hits you in your face,
You're like, ha,
and
ha.
I'm like, a nigga that thought he had his life in control, now I'm on turbulence. And the only person that gets me out of this is God.
That's it.
Like, I don't even know how people survive without God nowadays.
Right.
But that's like, I promise you, God told me, now that's enough grieving about your mother. I need you to do something, I already told you. So that day forward, I stopped grieving over my mother. Cause it was more of a fear too. Because it's like, you think she's more important than me?
Right. I got you.
Well, it's more. Well, it's something that you have to literally fix your whole life to going in one direction, and you can never go back without being prepared for it. Regardless, as much as you might prepare for that shit, as much as you might think that you have it, now you got to live that shit out. So that's where all of these other reservations come out. Like, you got to get through it some way, somehow.
It's like everything that you do in life, like when you're growing up, you really, in order to deal with anything, you really have to step outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Meaning, because I see people have trauma when it comes to dealing with mothers that got on drugs. They wasn't there for me. She chose drugs over me.
Or men.
Or men. He chose drugs or the street life over me. They never stop and think that they chose drugs over them.
Right. It was like that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They chose drugs over, they chose their freedom while they're locked up in prison over them. Like they didn't just make a decision based off, I just don't love you.
Right.
They
That's
lost
the
to,
last thing
they lost
that
to
they
their
made about.
own weakness.
Mm.
They get
I mean, that's
all
hard
the
for a
control.
child to understand.
Yeah.
They want to.
No,
But
this is
as a-
adult.
yeah.
This
But
is
think
legal.
about it. You done made it through childhood. You probably got kids at this point.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, that's what I'm saying. That as a child that don't understand, okay, but like once you get into adulthood, it's like you got to start revisiting those things.
Well, people
Yeah,
don't get over
yeah.
stuff like that. It's weird though. It's weird. It's like, you got kids. You bringing trauma on your kids because of the trauma that you dealt with. That's
Ooh, I
crazy. You
hate
just
generational
passing it
trauma.
on. You're like,
Well,
Jogo.
well, I mean,
Jogo.
so I will say this right here. Honestly, I dislike my father,
Okay.
and I'm the kind of person. You know how everybody say, "Oh, you shouldn't hold." Fuck that. I'm holding grudges,
That's trauma.
right? No,
All right.
but
Question though.
wait, hold on,
All right.
hold on, hold on.
That's what I'm.
I
questioning.
say all of that shit to say I will never be like that to my children. So with that being said, I'm learning from what I went through to say that's not how I'm going to be with my children. And because of that past, I'm using that shit to make me better.
So you're
But
moving off of anger?
it's
You're using your
counterproductive.
anger as-
Whatever works.
No, but it's counterproductive. 'cause
Why
you
is
al-
it? Why
you
is it
also-
counterproductive?
You're also teaching your children not to forgive anybody.
No.
Yes,
no.
yes,
no.
you
I
are.
said me. I am not teaching my children that culture.
Your actions, the way you live your life, is an example to your children too.
Yeah.
If you saying fuck grandpa, you're teaching them not to be forgiving.
Like
No.
Like my son knows.
You can't say no if that is
listen,
your-
no,
Look.
I never said anything about bad mouthing him. I said,
But are
I
Do they
said,
know-
are
do
they
know you
present?
don't- Do they know you don't like their grandpa?
no, they don't know that.
But is he
Impossible.
present?
How's it impossible?
Because the passion that you got behind it.
Okay.
Is he present?
How do you hide that?
Is he
Present?
present? Like,
No, he's not present because of his choice, but not because
So
I
you
try to
don't-
exclude them. But they have full access to him whenever they want to.
Okay.
okay.
No,
But is it a resentment that he feels when y'all around? Is it tension?
oh, he knows that.
You
Do
think
you
the
try?
kids don't pick up on
Do
that?
you try
No,
do you try to be like, oh hey, like plan some? Do you invite him to the birthday parties?
No.
Do you reach out to him to at least send him pictures of the graduations or birthdays? Do you do anything?
He know
Like-
my number?
No. Okay, I understand that because I'm like I feel the relationship, but like
Yeah.
for me, me and my dad are not close. Me and my biological father are not close.
Yeah.
I don't resent him, but like he's another nigga. Like he's like the rest of y'all, honestly. So like I kind of no
Say,
offense,
like,
but-
just be more
Y'all all
specific.
got-
Be like,
Okay,
he's like
let me
himself.
say-
My daughter ain't gonna feel it way about me.
No.
She don't feel it way about me.
Male species have similar characteristics, and he has similar characteristics of the other male species in the world. Is that better?
Maybe.
Okay.
But no.
So, so I learned that I don't put that in my son at all. Like he wasn't a good father,
Mhm.
but then I give him the opportunity to be a grandpa. If I need a babysitter, he might not be the top of my list, but he's still a grandpa. He still was like, I'll do anything for my grandson. My son over there on the farm having the time of his life running around with the chickens, and they have their weekend. At least my son knows I have Grandpa Keith, and that's nothing to do with me and his relationship. I'm not his biggest person, but I don't badmouth him. I'm still working on forgiving him, but at the same time, he still has the opportunity to. So saying that they have that space, that's like saying, why didn't you call me when your dad hits you up? You didn't call me, tell me happy birthday. I'm the kid. They're the grandkid. They're not going to reach out. No, who reached out to their grandparents ever besides when they needed money or when they needed something? They're only going to reach out when the grandparent reach out to them. So it's like you have to meet them halfway being the parent, in my personal opinion.
And you're
so
right.
that's holding on to a sense of anger because they see that.
No, whenever he chooses to be in their life, you go ahead and be in their life. I'm not saying I'm not putting any kind of boundaries or blocks. I'm just saying I'm not fucking with you.
But the trauma is still set. Like when you say you gotta let it go, you're still talking about. I'm guessing what age did this conflict start?
It's always been there.
But like, when did it start? Because it sounds like if you're holding,
No,
I'm just saying like
this nigga.
Because what happens is, and you told me this, you got to meet people where they're at. Sometimes people do mature late in life,
right?
And because you're still seeing them
we talked
one
about
way.
this earlier.
Well, no, okay. So let me just. So after he got out of jail, you know how that fucking jail talk. It's the same shit after he got out of jail. So now it's like, nigga, I'm fucking wasting my time with you. Go on about your business, man.
You mean like just his mindset?
Oh, you know, I want to make up for all those years and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool.
And what's wrong with that?
Did he do anything?
He ain't do it. He
but
how many years? How old
all right,
were
but
you?
you gotta look at it from the standpoint of his life, not yours,
Right?
But I was just like, hey, I'm literally trying, but I have to get myself together to even present myself to you because he may be ashamed of where he at in his life because he just got out of prison. He need a job. He needs some money. He got to fix his credit. It's so many
and
other
he won't there
factors.
as a father.
And so he's shameful of what he's did. That's the conversation that he had with you.
And
he said, yo, I got to change.
And it's a good question too. Like you got to step outside of your experience.
Yeah.
The question is, do he even know how to?
I'll tell you this story off camera, but go ahead.
But I'm saying, do he even know how? Because if I've never was a father in my 20s, this is a new experience for me.
Right. Yeah, he knows
I'm
how
learning.
To. No, he knows how to. He knows how to.
So he
like,
did
I'm gonna
it.
give
He
my
did it
son
later
father
on.
grace
No,
when he gets out because he
because-
never was a father. Like he went in, my son was 1. He's gonna get out. My son's like 13. When he comes out, I have to give him so much grace. So much grace. I'm gonna have to pray a lot, but I'm gonna have to give him so much grace because he doesn't know how to be a father. He went in when Jacob was a baby, and he's gonna come out to a full teenager. So when he comes out, there's a lot of things I can't be mad at him about. He don't know how to do because he never been a father.
Yeah,
it's his first kid. He don't know. So if he don't know, I mean, realistically, he went in at 20 and he was locked up in the box for that whole time. So when he comes out, he gotta relearn life. He has to relearn himself, relearn his kid, and relearn everything else while trying to do all that.
My father went to jail when I was 14.
Okay.
My father is a pastor now that travels to different countries prophesizing his shit.
Okay.
The game is different.
Shit and pastor question is crazy.
All right.
And he still has a stronghold over you.
Whatever, but I'm sitting.
That's the trauma. We're talking about trauma.
He's a op.
And that's a
not.
stronghold.
It's
No,
not.
he is.
It's
He is.
not intentional. Y'all just not on the same.
I ain't fucking with him.
And see what happens is like
He don't want to let it go.
that mindset is some people don't understand. Forgiveness is not always for that person.
It's really for
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's for you.
It's for you to release him. Let go and let God, bro.
I mean, God said give it to him.
If
I
Because
know
only
somebody,
Listen,
for example,
listen.
like
you should watch the
me
Forge.
being older,
That
right?
movie's good.
That shit was dumb as hell. I turned
No, it
that shit off
wasn't.
like about 20 minutes
You
before.
heard him crying in his room like, give it to God. He
Yeah,
was
I
mad
turned-
at his daddy and everything. You need to
I
do it.
turned
It's
that
like
okay.
my
shit
dad.
off. I
My
said,
dad
"They
literally
wasting my
has
damn
8
time."
kids, right?
Uh-huh.
8 kids. So my dad grew like he stayed in like Northern Virginia. Me growing up being, I used to go there for the summertime, but as I got older, it's kind of like I don't really want to go there, right? But as a kid, I used to resent him a little bit. Just it's like, dang, that's my dad. Bing, 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 bing. But as I got older and had kids myself, I'm like, bro, I understand what he was at. It's like, bro, I got kids, I got this. He used to tell me all the time, I love y'all, even though I don't call y'all all the time. I love y'all the same. But he couldn't say, I got life going on, bro. I got a wife, I got other kids. I got
Life
this. I
be
got
life
that.
and as a parent.
But he can't. Me being older, I understand that now. It's like, bro, this is something. He had so many other factors. He had child support. He had this. He had that. He was like, I remember I'm getting married. I had to pay $30,000 in back child support to be able to do this. And it's just like, me being older, it's like, I understand that now. But as a kid, I didn't.
Okay. No. As a teenager, right? As a teenager, I wanted to be like my father.
Okay.
Right?
But you wanted to go to prison?
So
too soon.
So eventually, I rather would have been dead or in prison.
Okay.
Or missing. Right?
Okay.
But as I got older, I said, yo, I wanted to be like this nigga. This nigga's a fucking abomination. This nigga fucking destroyed communities.
And that's what I wanted to say, because we got to stop looking at things. This is what breeds judgment. This is what breeds unforgiveness. We have to take away this notion, because I wouldn't do that to you.
We're gonna talk about this off camera, and then you're gonna see why.
No. It doesn't. No, because we just talked about a mama losing her child. Right. We talked about one of the most extreme cases. This ain't no different. We look at things like, I will never do you like that. But you know what? You know what the fact is? They're not you. Your love, your energy, your morals, you give it the way you're supposed to give it. They're not you. And the minute you start putting your standards on somebody else, you're going to be disappointed.
Right.
Sins are different.
Uncommunicated expectations.
Right.
Like, and that's typically what happens. It's like, bro, I wouldn't treat you like that. Like he said, why are you doing me like this?
Right.
I come with good energy. I'm positive. But every time I'm around you, it's like you try to treat me bad or treat me less than, and that's not how I'm acting towards you. I'm giving you all of me. I'm giving you my love, and that's sometimes why like women are disappointed with some men. It's like, I meet you and I give you all of me.
Yes.
But now you disrespect me, but you gave him the love that you wanted to give him. He gave you what he wanted to give you.
And guess what? It's no different. Like if you a giver and then you get scammed out of money, you don't become you think that I'm stupid for being a giver.
Nah.
You don't look at the person that scammed you. You think you just weak. No, they're the piece of shit.
Right.
But they have now made you less of a giver, which was a good quality.
Right.
Because
they're trying to turn you into a bad person.
That's what the fuck they doing.
They turn you almost to a bad person. It's like,
right.
Nah, keep your same energy, honestly.
You have to. Now, y'all ready for me to get canceled again?
Yeah, do it.
Once a show, every show.
I got to do it.
Once a show, every show.
All right, let me see how I can do this. All right. If all of y'all, if we bust our ass and we bust our ass to provide a life for our kids where they ain't got to grow up the way we were or how we grew up. We got them out the hood. They're living in suburbs. They go to the best schools. We bust our ass to do that, right? Is it disrespectful for them to then act like they're from the hood?
Oh yeah.
I laugh at it though.
No.
Is it
disrespectful?
No, it's not, because this
it is disrespectful.
Yes,
it is.
It's disrespectful as hell.
If my son tries to
Yo,
get my
stupid ass ain't never had this struggle. Like T.I. kids make me mad. Come on, man. You disrespect me, bro. You stayed in the best neighborhoods. You went to the best schools. Do not disrespect my pockets and the effort that I put into raising you.
You right.
Into being an ain't shit person just because you want to fit in with your friends.
No. This is the twist right here, because this is the council part. So is it disrespectful for us black folks to act like victims of slavery to our ancestors?
What do you mean to our ancestors?
Is it disrespectful to our ancestors? They was actually the slaves.
Right.
They the ones that got whipped. They's the ones that had to fight for equality.
Yeah.
We don't even hear people call us nigga.
We call our
But we take on the victimhood of slavery. Is it disrespectful to our ancestors?
I won't necessarily say that it is disrespectful to our ancestors.
How?
Wait.
Go ahead. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Because we can't forget, but we cannot use that as anything anymore. that shit happened. Now we have so much opportunity. We have a lot of opportunity that we didn't have 20 years ago.
For sure.
Right?
10 years ago.
So now we need to look forward and stop using that as a way to make us feel like victims.
Right.
Or even with cops shooting us when we shooting each other.
I don't think it's disrespect. It's more disappointment, honestly. Like, I promise you, if I was the slaves back then, the way I be rolling in my grave, looking over y'all like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Right.
Because all the things they went through,
No
and then
standards.
we sit here and we are over here fighting over Jordans. We're over here living up to materialistic things. We're doing all these things,
Right.
and we wonder like, oh, the white man this, the white man that, but
They ain't
all
got
we're
nothing to
doing
do
is doing
with nothing.
everything they want us to do.
And we come from a resilient group of people.
But we
And now anything gets us offended. Think about what they went through.
right.
And now anything gets, what do you mean by y'all people?
Mhm.
Shut up.
Y'all
They ain't
people,
even say.
we
They ain't
don't
even
wanna
say.
vote.
They ain't even
it
say
doesn't
nigga.
matter. It doesn't have to affect us. Then 5 minutes later, oh my God, we hate him. And 5 minutes later, oh this, no that, and it's like, but did you do anything? No, but I bought the latest pair of Jordans. Oh no, I got
Yeah.
the newest phone. Oh no, look at my new car. And then still again, but oh my God, the government don't care about us. Do you care about yourself?
Bro,
That's
And it's always
care
the
at
most.
you tried not to get
Yo.
counseled? Well, you did a hell of a job trying.
But yo, it's always the most ignorant ass fucking black people that they put to try to make our representatives.
True.
Absolutely.
And I'll be like, this ain't us.
This
But
not it.
That's why that conversation that we had earlier, that's why I was like, why the fuck is he doing that? Because they're going to put that as our representative. That's not our representative, along with other stuff besides for a stocking cap. But
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say you was tripping out about the stock.
besides for the stocking cap. But I'm just saying, like, we see a lot of shit that, would you represent? No. Would you represent? None of us would, but the world would assume that us as black people living in America are like them
But
motherfuckers
it's the
that they have.
generational problems, like
Black
generational
women,
traumas,
sexy
generational
reds.
things. Because like if you keep doing it and allowing it in like grade schools or allowing it in the communities, like there was rules where y'all say don't have your pants like this, and y'all making every kid pull their pants up. Y'all like, we are not allowing this in the neighborhood. There's like certain rules. Y'all certain standards. Like y'all say y'all go to these Sadiddy neighborhoods and these Sadiddy schools, and they're like, oh, these are the rules. Oh,
All
these
right,
are so
question.
many wrong, but they follow them.
Question
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that Trump did when he got in office? There's only two genders,
Right.
male and female. Like people were so upset with this guy, but at the same time, it's only two genders, bro. I don't
Right.
care.
He
You
didn't
argue
do
me
nothing.
till
Yeah.
your face turn blue. It's two genders. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't agree with 100% with everything he does, but it's just like common sense stuff like that. It's like y'all just don't want to like this guy.
But
Just-
let's go deeper. Like you said, how the ancestors might disappoint it. Like this, like it's weird that we have a no snitching in
Oh,
the
fuck that.
I hate
black
that.
community. Like
Free
make
toy.
this is like you gotta. It sounds counterproductive.
It's not the black community.
I'm going
It's-
to protect criminals, but I complain about my neighborhood,
It's not.
and he turned it up.
and he's turning it up.
They don't want me in the car with them. hey, when them hey, y'all got time. Y'all got time. Y'all better hope they'll find this shit. Hey,
But it's weird to me. The only time I told you, the only time black folks rally together is you give her something to hate.
that's it.
Because if two black people kill each other, we say nothing. Let a
Listen.
white cop kill a black kid. We
Right.
marching. We're raising
But there
hell.
do be some conversations going on and some events going on, but they don't make that, they don't highlight that. That's not what they're trying to do.
Right.
Well, who?
I mean,
Nah, for real. Nah.
You don't-
I
Is
mean,
it they or is it
how-
us?
like-
Think about it. Is it they or is it us? Because realistically,
We don't need
what
them
if-
to highlight it.
It's not. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not them. It's
I
the
mean,
fact that-
but they highlight negativity.
It does not. It's still like you said. When
Yeah.
you come to control, can't nobody tell us how to feel about us, and can't nobody tell us how to treat each other.
Mm-mm.
I don't give a damn what you make more important. You can't say the cop killed him, and that's just as more important than us killing each other.
Right.
They're
Somebody-
both wrong,
Somebody
and we
did.
should have the same energy for both.
Right.
Well, here's the whole thing when you really want to break it down. And
Okay,
this,
let's talk about this because
this-
it seems like you're trying to justify it.
No.
Listen.
I'm just saying, like, you have probably heard this before. We do this shit to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the cops come and do it to us. But the cops won't do that in different neighborhoods because they feel like shit. Well, they do it to each other, so we gonna do it to the motherfuckers too.
Right.
So it starts with us dealing with us in a better way. And then it goes on to other things. And then,
But also it's a part of, like, the
and then
area
we
that
could
they
easily
in,
hold
though.
them more accountable.
Do you?
I
do-
disagree
Do
a little
everybody like we
I
got
agree.
a bad mentality when it comes to police officers. Why in our neighborhood we deem all cops as bad?
Because they are.
No,
Let me
They
say,
are
I
prejudiced.
No, they not.
They are
No, they
prejudiced.
not.
I'm like,
No, they
literally,
not.
all right. My brother-in-law is a police
I was
officer.
say I like Mr. Davis.
My
I grew up with
father-in-law
police
is a
officers. He's really
retired
sweet.
police officer. They're not bad
Yeah.
people. I don't know if you watched the video. Dude was on live, like rolling up weed, beam, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you see the video?
No, probably
Talking
not.
about the guy that he was like had to be like on the camera, like he was all up in the camera,
Right, and
everything.
the guy raided the house.
Uh-huh.
White cop, black cop. You know, it's a whole raid being. The white cop like, hey man, get down. Da, 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 da. Black cop come in going crazy, talking to him crazy, cussing him out, calling him out his name. The white cop was actually the coolest one. He was like, yo, first. He was like, hey man, relax, get down. Da, 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 da. Black cop came in doing the most.
I went through that one time before too.
But the thing is just like with what we do to ourselves, it's like the black cop almost came in to try to show off
The house
for
nigga.
for the other people.
The house nigga cop, yeah.
Almost, but all cops not bad cops, because if you would have seen the
Majority
white
of
cop
them ain't
first,
bad.
At
if
that
you
po-
would have
but-
seen
but-
the white cop first, you would have said like, oh, he's gonna act crazy. But it was the black cop that came in talking crazy to this young boy.
So
And the dude already surrendered, like, hey, I know I'm got. Cool, y'all done kicked down the doors.
Yeah.
10 of y'all masked up. They got on shiesties, helmets,
Yeah.
AR-15s. Bro, but it's the black cop that was acting crazy.
now let me break down my whole experience with that, with the whole black cop thing too. So about 2-3 years ago, my son's friend literally walked out of my apartment. He didn't have his shirt on, whatever. It was summertime. I walk out 2 minutes later, he's in handcuffs. So I walk up
back
to him.
way.
So I walk, I'm like, yo, what happened? Here come the black cop. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him.
Right, the one that had him.
Like, yo, because like,
he was like, I
So
got
you-
some shit to say.
I don't.
So you believe cops are bad?
No, what I'm saying is that because I had so many experiences dealing with bullshit, fucking with cops, I don't give a fuck about them.
But
See, and-
it's
see-
how you communicate.
Uh-uh,
also.
No, but
I
listen,
gotta
no.
say that. No, I gotta hold you to that.
Mhm.
You don't give a fuck about them.
Uh-huh.
But
So
you're gonna call them when you need them.
hold
Huh?
on, no, you don't give a fuck about them because you had so many bad experiences.
Unnecessarily bad prejudice.
Your experience,
profiling
I'm
experiences.
not even questioning your experience. It could be real, but this is what happened. If you accept that mindset, then you gotta accept black women that have bad experiences with black men and think all niggas ain't shit.
That's their problem, and if they do, then
So
fine.
that's
No,
your
because you
problem.
no, you
So that's
speak
your
about
problem.
it.
That's
You
your problem
speak
too,
about
though.
it.
Yeah, that's my problem.
You said
But
no,
that's your problem too.
all black men ain't shit.
Huh?
You will say that, right?
Of course, I'll say all black.
All right,
men
but
shit.
then all cops can't be shit.
So
then.
what if your
Probably
son
not,
tried
but
to
I
be a
don't
cop?
care. If you do, keep your head on the swivel. I mean, do you?
So he ain't shit. So he's a bad cop automatically. Even though he goes to school, he goes to work, he takes
You
care
know-
of his kids, he comes to your family. He
You
goes to
know what
church,
you're getting
he's a
yourself
bad cop.
into.
But he's a bad cop.
Right. They put their life on the line
And
to like
that's what's
defend
called
white
that's
people.
trauma.
I know some bad cops. Well, I know some people who used to be cops who were bad.
It's
I
a
mean, but
billion
that's-
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah, yeah. You know how many cops
But
in every
humans
city?
sin. Shit, he died for us because we sin. Like no human is perfect. Like we all sin. So it's
My
like
number one saying, my wife hates it, but it's like
And-
I only trust people to be
And,
people.
this is the trauma that
And that's why I don't fuck with them.
This
'cause
is
I know
trauma.
they go-
It's good people.
this is
though.
trauma
Huh?
that
It's
gets.
good people in the world.
Yeah.
But listen, this is the trauma that get passed down in our community by not thinking that cops ain't shit.
Yeah.
We have a resistance to cops. So when cops stop us, we get disrespectful with cops.
I
need,
don't.
I need people to understand.
you sure?
I'm positive. I
Hold
tell
on,
them,
no. I need people to
call my
understand.
lawyer.
Cops are humans first.
Right.
Everything that your title, no, you're a human being first. That means you carry emotions. You might not be always right in the way you respond to these emotions, but they're human beings first. I see motherfuckers go straight to disrespect
Out the gate.
off the gate when you dealing with a human being.
Like, all right.
But the same motherfucker will say, if somebody in the hood disrespect, nigga, I won't let nobody disrespect me like that.
Mhm.
Ain't no way the fuck you gonna do. But you'll do it to a cop because he got a title. He's a human
Right.
fucking being first.
He ain't even did nothing to you yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you gonna meet them boots. She keep on talking crazy.
Now, mind you, I never said that I'll be disrespectful to anybody, a cop or whoever. This is just how I feel about
But
it.
you painted a brush based off your few experiences.
Right.
So do you automatically go into the situation already aggressive though? 'Cause you
Nah.
don't like
or
them?
No, I don't.
defensive.
No, I
defensive.
don't, because you get more bees with honey than vinegar. So I know how to do
Talk,
what I got to
yeah.
do. Well, I don't talk. I tell them I don't answer questions.
That's,
Am I free to go? I don't answer questions. I don't talk to police.
Well, that's fair.
You could call my lawyer. But
Yeah,
I
them
have,
your rights.
But I have
Yeah.
nothing to say to you.
Fair.
4th and 5th.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4th and 5th.
No, but like this is what I say when people water trauma, and this is how they keep it alive. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the cop situation, even with the dad situation, even like you ever dealt with people that don't miss an opportunity to speak bad about themselves? Like the minute you compliment them, they will say something
Oh yeah. Ooh,
to
God.
demonize that compliment.
I
Yeah.
hate them.
Oh man.
You dirty. You get on my nerve. I told you lose weight. Nah, I'm trying to get smaller though. Shut your stupid ass up. Please.
That's a nice dress. Oh, this whole thing, shit.
All right, come on.
I see people, and I don't understand why y'all pray to God. Y'all are literally pray to God, get a blessing, and then talk shit about the blessing.
Right.
Like I'll walk up and say, "Man, that's a nice truck you got." Yeah, it's a gas guzzler.
Yeah.
What the?
Look, bro, I ain't gonna.
You
lie.
wasn't even supposed to
But
get
no.
that car from
Right.
me.
Hey,
He had the credit for it. He had the money for it. Nothing. He didn't even have a cosigner.
Instead of
But
saying,
God, make sure you got it.
Listen.
instead of saying
Nah.
praise God,
Praise God.
it's a gas
did.
guzzler.
I
I
did
got
that
it.
one time in my life, and I never buy a Charger because I love that motherfucker. But boy, that motherfucker guzzle gas, boy. I said-
Low parts.
and I used to think like, oh, I shouldn't be talking bad about it, but god damn, this damn gas.
I make sure I hit my, like, if I say something about my car, say something, I always hit it back. Like go back and catch myself. So if I say something like, yeah, it's my Jeep, and then like I'm like, but I'm happy I got it though. Like I wanted it, I got it. Like
Yeah,
all that matters,
yeah.
I'm here
You
now.
pick
But
that.
I always catch.
That be
myself.
also people talking about their like partner in marriage. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so upset with him. You picked that motherfucker. Just
Yeah.
remember that.
You stand there and say,
you
I
picked
do.
that.
Yeah.
That's your pick.
I always tell them, be careful when you say that nigga ain't shit.
All right. He
You
gonna transform.
You picked it.
He gonna prove you right.
But
He gonna fuck around.
now this is a trauma that's varied. If you ain't got the third eye, you might miss it. Some people did keep trauma in a relationship. This is how you water this trauma.
Mhm.
I will keep trauma in a relationship because if I deal with the trauma in the relationship, I actually have to let you go. So if you walk out of my life and I'm constantly hating you, you ain't shit, you pissed off. If I have to deal with those, then you're no longer in my life. Some people hold on to trauma to hold on to the person. Like anytime somebody say, fuck them, I don't give a fuck about them, that ain't what an unbothered person say.
No.
They say, oh, I wish them the best of luck.
I just forget about.
I'm
But I don't be like
I'm
bad
that,
blood. I
I'm
be like,
that
oh.
person. I let a motherfucker go right now. That bitch will disappear forever.
Honestly, I be forgetting. People like,
Forever.
oh, I be like, who? Oh, like I really
I
hope
forgot.
they good. Like I forgot about them. Like no bad blood. Just
Man, these people will demonize their baby daddy. They're, like I said,
She had a baby by this nigga.
no, but they're passing to their kids.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. That's
That's
the
a
bad
different
part.
That's
type.
the first pass.
Yeah,
First assist.
your
Here you
daddy
go.
ain't shit.
Absolutely. They gonna throw it.
Think about how crazy.
You slept with that nigga.
Think about how crazy women are, right?
It won't rate.
If your daddy,
You slept
this is people with trauma. If your daddy didn't buy you shit for Christmas, they'll tell the child that they daddy ain't give him shit.
whole time he paid your support.
But in the same breath, they'll say, Santa Claus got you this.
Yes.
So they won't even lie for the
fucking
baby daddy,
shit.
but they'll lie for Santa Claus.
The wrong lie. Make it cute at least, please.
Like,
That's crazy.
like I watch people just hold on to hatred. Hatred ain't nothing but love in reverse. For a
They
person,
said at elementary school. They be like, "You hate me, you love me."
you really do.
Mhm.
Like,
No.
cause you don't hold that much energy for somebody. You love your father.
Right.
No,
You do.
don't.
People that you don't love don't have that impact in your life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got a special place for the person, whether it's hate, love, whatever. If you have any type of energy for somebody, they hold a place
No.
in
It's
your
like
life.
No.
on Hey
This-
Arnold.
Because I know people that I've
hated
cut
him,
off
but
and
she
never
loved
talked
him
to
so
again.
much.
They don't have a
Deeply.
place in my life for hatred, love, whatever, compassion, nothing.
This is
Because
just-
I don't ever deal with them again.
This is just good conversation for the show.
I understand. But it holds a place regardless.
Right.
It holds some type of place.
No,
It
I don't
got
even
to.
think about them.
That ain't what a nigga say. I'll tell you after the show.
But I'm just saying, like, I gotta tell you after the show. Like, I'm not gonna say it on camera, but this is like the backstory. But I mean, like, yo, I done seen people get
How
shot
you
and
not
killed. I
think
done seen all
about
kind
him
of crazy shit.
if you use him as an example of how you gonna carry on cheating your kids? He's the blueprint, just in an opposite form.
Right.
You have to think about him.
A little
It's
bit.
the same
He's like,
way-
I'm gonna do better.
It's the same way as we look at our parents, like how we say, like we look at our moms. Like I look at my mom, I'm like, okay, the things she did, either I'm not gonna do it, whatever. But that's the same way when I look at my dad. You can do it both ways. It can be negative, positive. You're still using them as an example of how you make your
Yeah.
choices,
It's
but
fuel.
you're still using them.
But you're still using it.
It's
though.
no
That's
matter how you
fine.
use it, but you're still
You're
using it.
okay, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that.
That's a breakthrough. That's a breakthrough.
we
Yeah,
good. We
yeah.
getting
yeah.
there. We getting
We're
somewhere.
working on
He's
it.
like,
Working on it.
Okay.
Yo,
Fuck that nigga.
have you, like, this has happened to me before with one of the women I've dated before. When trauma get passed down to the next man, I was in a relationship where this woman tried to entice me to hit her
Whoa.
because she's used
Yeah.
to
yeah.
abuse, and this is how you you give confirmation to how you feel about me.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
we just arguing. I ain't about to hit you.
That's some
Right.
weird
Yeah, like,
stuff.
What's wrong
dude,
with you?
like,
Now we'll copy and paste. But I ain't gonna just hit you just because we having an argument.
Right.
And it ain't because anything I done. It's because she still have trauma to deal with. You been there before?
Hell yeah.
They be yelling, "Hit me!"
Nah, like,
Oh.
like,
Oh yeah, square up.
no, like
No, no,
they
no,
will
they'll
put
do
their
so
hands in
much.
your face.
Yeah,
and
they'll
I'm like,
try to push you to that point.
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Yo, I'm like, yo, I'm out. Peace, cause
Relax.
You not going.
You better leave,
Right.
bitch ass nigga.
Oh.
I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'd rather be that than to be locked up with a bond
Man, don't put your hands on
and
me.
a court date and lawyer fees. Nah,
Don't
I'll be
put
all
your
that. I'll be
hands
all
on
that.
me,
I'm
yo.
out. I'm out. I'll be all that.
I'm
Peace.
nobody's punching bag.
Yeah. Like,
I'm out.
Yeah,
I
I
done
can't
seen-
I'm
even
out.
play
I
that
done
kind of
seen
games.
some craziness.
Don't
Huh.
ever-
Say dumb games, you dumb prices.
Yeah.
I like my face.
Yeah.
All right, this is
Really
this,
act like I'm about to hit you.
this is not trauma, but it is in the lines of our it's just a different topic to this conversation. But I wanted to say it anyway because it is needed to be said. Be careful who you share your dreams and vision and goals with.
Yeah.
Like and when I say be careful, I mean it could be somebody that you really love and respect.
Oh yeah. They'll tear your shit up.
Mm.
I'm for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
For,
hold on, let me get it. Like,
you're right.
Nigga
Oh.
want to talk.
That was
All
my
right.
personal.
Listen, you got to understand. Some people set limitations on you because of the respect they have for you. You might look at them in high regard. They might look at you as beneath them.
Mhm.
So when you give dreams that exceed their vision, they start shitting on your dreams like, no, I don't think you should do that. No, that
yeah,
ain't
you
gonna work.
can't do that. That
What would Nino do?
You should do it like this. Now, and which is crazy.
You should
like,
do it like this, and you ain't never did it.
Like a mechanic would never ask a dentist how to fix a car.
Never.
So if that person is not in line with what you do and never did what you did,
Stop.
their advice is useless. Now I did this in my life trying to get confirmation about did I do good.
Mhm.
It's the pat on the back that everybody enjoys.
Right.
But once I started realizing,
You better just don't even talk.
why
about
the fuck am I even asking you?
You're like, you
You're
don't
not
gotta do
gifted.
nothing.
You're not talented. Why am I asking you?
Right.
You
Them
just
people,
there.
Them people the worst people in the world. You're like, bro, you've never tried nothing in your whole life, nothing but to get another job.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? Why am I talking to you about this?
You ready to start a business, man? What the
Yeah,
fuck
you
wrong with
really
you?
want to do that?
This nigga talking about a podcast. Who the fuck want to hear that shit?
Nobody want to talk to that nigga about nothing.
But the thing of it is, like, once they see steam going uphill, now the input come. This is when you don't ask.
Right.
You
just wanna
still
throw it
got to
out there.
stiff on these people.
They're like, get the fuck out of here, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Straight like that. Straight like that.
Like,
Like,
go ahead. Bro.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. It could be the person that you married to.
Oh,
It could be
yeah.
the girl that you're next to.
Oh, that's psychic shit.
It could, like your. That's why I say y'all better be that opposite shit. Don't work. Because if I'm ambitious, if I'm ambitious, and I see and she's not, that does something to me. Like if you're not helping get you see, I'm not only doing this for me, I'm doing this for us.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, okay, this is Dream. Let me support them. Sometimes women have everything they want. I got a good husband. We both got good jobs. We got a family. We're doing all right.
We doing fine.
That ain't who you are inside,
Right.
though.
Yeah.
Right.
Being okay is not who you are. You have ambitions. You have goals. You want to go to another
Some
level.
people into the traditional lifestyle.
Some people
But I will
scared.
say, I mean, I talked about it literally, just me posting the video. Some people's superpower is having a supportive partner.
Yes.
That's their superpower. Knowing that you can take your vision, your goals to your partner and they support it fully, not with the behind like complimenting, like, hey, I ain't really supporting you. I'm only saying this because I know that's something you want to do. But somebody that fully supports you and what you want to do with y'all life, because it's not just your life. When I want to do something that's bigger than what we're doing now, it's because I want to do it for us, not just for me. This is us.
And see, what's the good part about it is, like, say for instance, if that person don't know anything about what you're doing, so they don't even know what to say, what to do. What they can do is make it easier for you.
Absolutely.
So if I got a podcast that need to be set up, let me set this up.
What is go?
Yeah, what is go? Let me put this up. Let me put this up. Let me do this. Because I don't know what the fuck
I can't do anything.
thing,
I can do.
but I can relieve some stress.
Right.
Oh, you're doing a podcast and you going to the gym? Well, let me go ahead and meal prep for you.
Right. I remember my coach telling me, he was like, it's a difference between two people, right? He was like, you cannot know what you're doing, but as long as you're doing what you're doing wrong, but you're doing it at 100%, I can respect that. But if you're doing something wrong, but you're not giving your all, I can't respect that.
And you just walked into something I suffer with. Imposter syndrome.
Mhm.
Like, when I hate taking compliments for something I didn't put 100% in. Like, if I do something and it's effective and I get praise for it,
You're like,
because sometimes talent can hide your lack of discipline.
right.
So people on the outside looking in,
You did a good job.
you did.
That's
How
one
the
of
hell you
my-
do all that. And I know I'm supposed to be way further,
Right.
Right.
but my lack of discipline, I hate, man. It makes me feel
I talked to my
shitty.
wife about that.
I don't think it should make you feel shitty. I think you should use it as motivation to say, yo, I need to get on it, because if I get on it, then I know what I could really do. But these are those private times with yourself where you got to build yourself up. And you got to say, yo, if I did that, like, yo, let me get on this and let me really do it, or let me figure out a way. But you should never knock yourself for somebody giving you a compliment for something that you did with your eyes closed.
It's like training
it's
in boxing.
fake,
You
though.
get hit while
It's
practicing.
fake.
It's a good hit because you're practicing. So like now you know, like
No, it's like in boxing, you're getting your ass whooped and then you get a punch off that knocks him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit. If I would have trained better, I wouldn't have even been getting my ass beat.
Right.
Okay,
But everybody's
worked.
cheering for you.
Yeah, you're like, damn, I did good.
I ain't do good at all.
Absolutely not.
If you really being honest with yourself, I'm like, yo, this shit, like, yo, you doing good. I mean, I like it. You doing all right. I'm like, nah.
Well,
so damn.
I mean,
So what would you say at the end of a game though? To like, if you were a coach, like, would you tell your kids that y'all did terrible, like y'all lost, like, or would you be
No,
like,
I
y'all
would-
did good for trying? So it depends on if they put
So,
all their.
I
all
remember
So
their-
my
Shannon
freshman
Sharp,
year.
hold on, let me I'm gonna let you get it. Shannon Sharp said this, and shout out to him. He said you should never accept anything in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss.
Right.
but you got to know how to win sometimes. Even when it looked bad, you still got to know how to pull off that victory.
Right, but if you won and you know that you didn't give your full effort,
Right.
That's fast.
So
you need to accept the fact that you need to work harder and don't be happy about that
Like they
win
handed
because
it to
you're just
then
like,
work for
Right.
it.
I just played against a bad opponent. I remember we went, back home. My homeboy is a head coach, and he was just like, bro, we beat this team by 40 points, but we should be up by 80. He said, next week, we play a team that hasn't lost a game at all this year.
Yeah.
But he said, if we play like that, we're going to get our ass beat.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And it's just
So-
like, you got to, even though they won, he was like, hey, we did a great job. Congratulations. But at the same time, we can't play like this. We can't,
I can tell y'all weren't pushing yourself to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
utmost. These
Yeah.
little mistakes that we're making, we can't do that against a better
But
team.
yeah.
And
And
I understand that.
like everything that you guys are speaking about, I relate that to one of my favorite athletes, and for the reasons that you're saying, Mike Tyson, because for one, I've looked at a lot of Mike Tyson documentaries, and I can't say that growing up as a child, I've seen him in my neighborhood. He was sort of like the neighborhood hero. But when you look at somebody who has a unique talent like that, and they say, yeah, I didn't even train for this fight, but then it eventually caught up to him.
Yeah.
So you got to take that as, this is greatness, but you got to understand how to cultivate your greatness.
That's why Floyd's so special.
Right.
That's why he's so special. Regardless of what he get, he's disciplined as hell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is
The
great.
ability to hit somebody and they can't hit you.
Yeah.
Have y'all had a moment where y'all actually overcame trauma?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what did y'all do? Because I got one with me, like survivor's guilt. I didn't even know that was a thing until I start putting pieces together. It's like, because I stopped drinking at all. And what I would have, say for instance, I would move into a house. And I would be happy, family happy. And within that week, I'm sad, I'm drinking. And I'm like, I couldn't piece it together. But it kept happening around everything good. My daughter happy. But your mama ain't here to see her. You moving in, we got Thanksgiving here. Where's your mama? Like, everything. It was like, I got married. This recently happened. As soon as I got married, I was happy, had a great week, and it started running again. And I'm like, oh shit. I had to like piece up the patterns. I was even telling my wife, like, this happens to me every time something good happened to me. And I don't know.
Accept and change. It's like me, I get like the birthday blues. Like my birthday just passed. Anytime my birthday comes, I'm completely sad. I'm sad before my birthday. I'm sad after my birthday. I probably cry on my birthday. Like I hate birthdays. Like it sucks. But it's like something about accepting. Like okay, a new year's coming up. Accepting the change of where I may be a year from now, a year ago today. This is what my life was. And it's like, I'm happy about the things I'm at. I'm happy where I'm at in my life. But then it's like, I'm sad because I'm letting go of things that I've lost in that year, or I'm letting go of things that may not be here with me at this moment. And it's just like, okay, it's that moment of sadness, which is normal. It's a human emotion, but it's like, it only happens when good things happen. When I'm supposed to be happy and force myself to be this full happiness, I'm really thinking about all the things I lost in the process to get to this happiness.
And then I actually thought that, to be honest, I feel like I don't deserve it.
Shit.
No.
Like, this is the things, this is me. This is the trauma that I face. I think that's why I love God so much. Because for me to say I don't deserve it means for him to say you picked the wrong person.
You got you, bro.
No, it's like, if I'm saying inside, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve none of this. Well, no, I put you in that place for a reason.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, I got you, bro.
Yo.
Like, I got you. Like, no matter what, you might not have these expectations for yourself, but I know the pedestal that I'm putting you on to be able to move forward and grow. Like, I got you. Like, here you go, man.
Right.
Like, for what you do.
Well, can I ask y'all a question? Like, well, I know for me, I look for any and everything positive all the time, right? So within that, with acquiring things that I have acquired that, like, yo, I can't believe I did that. Overall, I'm just so grateful. And I constantly say that I'm grateful because there are people who don't have what I have, or who are not in the position that I'm in. And I look at it like, I don't have to be here. I don't have to I could be in a shelter. I could be on life support. I could be, I could be fucked up. So anything I get, right, I'm just gonna always be thankful. I'm thankful that I could go to the gym. I'm thankful that I could go take a trip because I have a passport.
Right.
So I've learned to just appreciate and celebrate anything that I have because I don't have to have it.
Let me ask y'all, like, because I think you touched on it earlier, but have y'all ever hated somebody for real? I've never hated anybody.
It's only like one person.
You got one person, like, you literally hate.
I teeter at that line,
like,
and then
not
I
right
realize,
now.
like,
Not right now.
But to get to that point where I'm
person.
about, I feel like I'm gonna start hating you.
No, like, you really. How do you even?
I can
hate
feel myself
somebody?
despise.
I got so
Yeah, I can.
I got two kinds.
I don't even know if I can do that. I can't even hold a grudge.
I got two kinds of hate.
I mean, I promise, it be people at work I don't like, and I have to remind myself I ain't speaking to them. Like, this ain't even me, man. What the fuck am I doing?
Like that nigga for real. Nah, for real. I hold a grudge to them all.
I can't do that shit.
To the next lifetime.
Yeah.
I don't care. I ain't never talking to that.
See,
That's drama too.
I forget. Not
I
didn't
All that
talk
good
like
talking shit you
ain't
said.
talking to that motherfucker.
I did that. I did forget.
I don't got
had my
nobody
grudge for
that
a
don't
whole
like
year,
that.
and then I think one day I came in and I accepted, like, it was someone. I was like, I don't want to talk to them no more. And then one day I came in, I was like, you know what? Hi. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, hi, like, what's up? And they're like, you're talking. I'm like, I just accepted it. Like, at this point, like, there's no reason to be mad anymore. Like, I really don't know why I'm even mad anymore.
Mine's only stem from, you don't like me, so I don't like you.
No.
And the truth be told,
We can pound
I don't even care.
I don't even care at all.
You're actually making me something I'm not.
Like, 'cause I ain't care.
I didn't dislike you.
I'll speak to you tomorrow. I was just mad today. But you wanted to carry this shit out. I'm going to carry it out too.
Now that's petty.
Yeah.
That's petty. But
it ain't petty because I can't do it.
it's petty.
I can't do it anymore. Like I said, that was me. That was me.
But
at,
you
what,
asked
20,
if in the
21
past,
years
I don't
old.
hate nobody now.
That's
Right?
another thing about trauma. You ever seen, well, how I feel about me offend you?
What do you mean?
Like, people, when people think highly of themselves, other folks get offended.
They don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
I felt myself doing
Ain't that
a lot.
their trauma?
That's their problem
Yeah,
because
I felt myself doing
To
that
other
a lot.
people or,
like
like,
almost
receiving it?
like dimming my light to make other people feel comfortable. Because I naturally have an outgoing personality. I'm friendly. I don't have no bad blood with nobody. But just going through life, a lot of times I show up as me. Yeah, what's up? Da-da-da. Everybody, when I show
They're
up,
like, "What's
everybody
up
gonna
with
be in a
this
good
nigga?
mood.
He
Because
Right.
I'm coming with that energy.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be in a good mood. But I noticed a lot of people wouldn't like that. So I just kind of chill. I don't know, whatever.
You feel the vibe.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
over time, it actually molded me to be like a more milder person. But now I'm like, fuck y'all niggas. Because like I'm really like a good, I'm a real good person. Like I ain't never had
And you never know who needs that energy. Like you walk in the room being like,
Right.
someone's like, dang.
like
why
I
you
work
come
in a
like
barbershop naturally. So when I come in, like everybody clients talk to me naturally.
that? Aw.
Everybody. Like
Right.
yeah, you clearly, but everybody talked to me. But I know when I was years ago, I just kind of chill, like, yo, what up. But it's because I used to get so much hate for being like that. Like, who this nigga
For
think
being
he
who you
is?
are.
Or,
Right.
oh, this nigga cocky. Nah, nigga, I
Nah.
like to talk and laugh.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Boy, don't let me know that you don't fuck with me.
He like,
I turn up.
I'm
I be OD a little bit with
I'm
my
put some-
arrogance.
I'm put some extra sauce on
I'm
it.
putting a little sauce
Just
on that
because you're
shit.
here.
Yeah. What's up? Nigga?
I do that shit, man, because like I thought I had a bad habit of like taking over a room.
Yeah.
Like when if I go to my job and I'm like, this is what I do.
Yeah, right.
I just talk shit and then everybody just talking shit with me. It make the day go by for me.
right.
Definitely.
But I realize it's people on the outside that don't have confidence enough to speak.
Yeah.
Right.
They got everything to hate, but they don't have confidence enough to speak.
Mhm.
Right.
So they look at me as
Oh, he trying.
A
he
threat.
Think he all that.
A threat.
I think I'm better than you.
Right.
That's
I
crazy.
I
Listen.
can't stand that.
Right.
But
you
now
think
I
I'm better
really
than
don't.
you.
I don't
I say
care.
you think I'm better than you.
Right.
You have you put
That's
me on
your
this
problem.
pedestal,
Yeah.
and I'm-
That's self projection.
I like that. You put me on a pedestal. That's your problem.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
All right. Putting people on the pedestal, and I feel like that's how a lot of people do preachers, though. Like they put them on such a high pedestal, and like you said,
Man first.
they're man or women first.
Right.
So people put them on such a high pedestal when they do something that
I was with you until you said
That's
woman
not-
pastor. Keep going. Keep going.
They're out here.
Yeah,
That's all I
imposters.
know is the world. No, it's the world.
Imposters.
It's women preachers.
Man, impossible.
But
come
what
back
I'm
to
saying
that
is they
different
put
time,
these
please.
people or pastors on such a high pedestal.
You got something to say over there? First of all, let's stop for a minute. We're gonna go back to you.
No.
Somebody here is identifying with trauma. And because of that last podcast, she been traumatized ever since.
Go ahead on.
on.
No, I am not traumatized.
Depressed Jess, can you please?
Depressed.
Depressed, yes.
I'm
That's funny.
depressed.
No, she felt she said
I
a
said,
cat.
oh, you
You
try-
know she asked me for the
I said,
topic today.
He tried to take a little shot. He tried to take a little dig, you know.
Asked me for a topic like I was really talking about her. Say I was attacking her.
What was the
Please.
attack? I don't even remember the
I
last
ain't
subject.
even gonna take it.
But was
with
you
you.
like-
Well, when the one we posting now, like when they don't the resume and what you did.
How is that? I don't know. I don't know.
It's
So we're gonna
real
heal her right
specifics.
now. Just so I want
We
to let
not
you know
gonna
in front of the people, I was never talking. about you.
Listen, no, please, we not about to do that. No,
Right,
no,
I'm
no.
here.
First of all, the
I'm
only
here
thing I
for
said
you.
about last week was like everybody else knew the topic, and then when I sat down and you started
No,
talking,
they
it was like-
didn't.
I mean, no, because I
don't
don't know if y'all didn't know if like I don't know like
I knew like right
Okay,
before we
you-
started.
okay.
but
No,
I-
I don't
Nobody knew the
as soon as I
topic.
sat
I
down,
didn't
it was
know
like
the
women.
Nobody knew the topic.
We didn't know the topic.
Y'all want to?
But we were going off.
Listen.
We was on shit. He was like, I need y'all.
But y'all, okay,
It's a good
even
layup,
if y'all
though.
didn't
No.
know the topic, I'm just like,
No, we
damn,
didn't
he
know
went
the
and
topic
emptied
at
the clip.
all.
I'm like, damn, we just sat here for 10 seconds.
Oh,
What
we was
the
on y'all
heck?
shit last time.
I
We
did.
was on
What?
y'all
Oh, he
heels.
said he like he was about the girls, and I was like the girl, and then like he sat down and went in. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like
But we
was
didn't
no
know the topic. We didn't
direct
know the
shot.
topic. No, we didn't know the topic.
It was all
It's
based
like
off
that.
experiences.
y'all know the topic.
No understanding.
Y'all rolled with it, real.
rolled.
No.
They
We-
weren't a target.
We gotta take our wins while we can.
There wasn't a target, so it didn't even affect them.
I
We just
understood
started
the
letting
assignment.
letting
It
the
was like,
rounds off.
oh.
I'm like, damn. Hold on.
Let's bring it home.
You know one of the biggest things about getting over trauma, and you got it. You got to change your belief system. Instead of saying I'm a rape victim, I'm a rape survivor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like to be honest, I know the shit you go through, is traumatizing and it's a really harsh experience. But people that go through things are the people that inspire the world. People that don't inspire nobody. Nobody don't want to hear through her. If you write a book and you never been through shit, nobody's really picking up that book.
I told there's a guy, Jeremy Anderson, he said, turn your pain into purpose. And I was like, when you really look at it, because your pain can inspire somebody else to move a mountain.
Sometimes
You know
it's
what I'm
for that reason.
Right. Like you literally went through that for the purpose of sharing it with the world.
Yes.
Because through that you can inspire somebody else to do something bigger than what you even thought you can do.
And that's another thing. Like what it seemed like not only do trauma hit and you're not responsible for the trauma that you receive, why does shame come in as well?
As far as what though?
Like
shame.
If somebody raped you or somebody did beat you, like people keep their mouth shut because of shame as well. Like for instance, if a man got raped, he's not going. He's quiet about actually coming forth because it's shame in that.
That right there is based on society. That right there, like there's certain expectations, certain roles in society. You're a man that got raped.
Like making sure you have that support system. Like I don't know, I feel that into my son. Like he might be sick of me. He's sick of me. I know he's sick of me. But like I tell him all the time, like if you don't come to me, come to somebody. Like just know, like you have like talk to somebody. I was like even if you feel like it's a bad day and you need to come talk to me at the end of the day, be like, mommy, I know you're tired, but talk to me. Talk to somebody because I don't know. It's the fear of like letting your kids know they can't talk, and it's a pro and con to that. But I let my son know as a kid, like, voice your opinion, voice what's going on, talk. I'm dealing with it now, kicking me in my ass, but I want him to talk because I'm like, I'd rather you talk, get everything off your chest, express yourself, tell me what you're going through, rather than feeling like you can't express yourself. And anyone ever tell my son, don't cry because you're a boy, don't talk because you're a boy, don't show your, they all get knocked out because
and see, and when you go through a lot of things, like I went through this spell in my life and I didn't know who to talk to, but once I opened up, I realized I am not the only man suffering with cheating disorder. When I started speaking out to the world, it was like, I feel you, brother. And I was like, all right, I am not by myself. I'm gonna give y'all alley hoop, ladies. I just wanted to say that. All right, man. You don't believe in my cheating disorder? Where's my support group?
It's gonna be a GoFundMe.
Women don't want to support me.
There's gonna be plenty of y'all. You gotta do is go howl at the moon and the rest of the dogs to follow. God.
All right, I'm tired of men saying the reason we cheat is because we have a conquering spirit.
You gonna say that?
You can't say that shit and work for somebody. I've never seen a conqueror work for somebody. If you have a conquering spirit, shouldn't it be conquering everything? Could we use that shit?
I ain't never used
You
that.
can't use conquering spirit if you don't have a business or nothing. Because when you work for somebody, you are used to following the rules.
They conquering
You
those
better
8
get in
hours.
Right. Yeah. But conquering, if you have a conquering spirit, it should resonate in every area.
For
So
sure.
there's control.
Huh?
So there's control there. You can handle that. Like
Right.
you
No,
gotta-
not me.
I'm not
I
talking
have a
about-
conquering
Oh.
spirit and cheating disorder that I have worked through. Why is you fucking up my work? All the shit I've been through. You think I wanted to cheat? Not at all.
Oh, wow.
Man, look, dudes is gonna cheat. You gonna cheat because you want that other pussy. Like, goddamn, like, don't make it that complicated.
I didn't want it.
Shit.
He had to have it.
He had to have it.
He had to
Had
have it.
to.
Spirit couldn't rest.
He was going through here.
I
Over by
had
the
a-
pussy, you know.
Nobody wants to address the problem that I have. Like I have trauma. Why y'all shitting on mine?
I'm not
That's your trauma.
shitting on your trauma. I'm just breaking it
Let
down.
go.
It was
You gotta
passed
let
down
it
to
go.
me.
It was
Why,
passed down to you.
It
Yes,
was
when
passed down.
when I was
I
a
would
kid,
say-
everybody that was the man, me learning my ways as a man, raised by a single parent, Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Raise my single parent.
Give me
money,
some
a
back.
little bit.
I'm taking my time. Yeah, like, give me some.
So everybody that I associated manhood with
Had
had a bunch of women.
them shorties.
Mm.
Had them juggalos.
It took me a while to mature out of that.
And I'm glad that
So-
you said that, because my next question was going to be, so don't you think that what they was doing was wrong?
I know now.
Good.
Right.
Good.
I
Wait,
used to
wait.
think
So wait,
drinking a
question.
40 out of a brown paper bag was cool.
Right.
That's
I was
crazy.
grown as hell.
That's
Nigga,
that
I-
really gets
I used
me
to
at the
think-
crack house vibes.
I used to
Never
think-
done.
Bro, like they used to drink them bulls
Don't
wrapped
get
up
it-
in that brown paper bag.
That
I-
was so
I-
tactical.
That's
you
crazy.
know, you
That
know
was-
what? I ain't even gonna hold you. I tried it and I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I tried to pour a look at the mouth. Like,
This ain't for me. I'm sorry. Y'all got it.
I used to drink Four Locos all the time.
Hey.
Relax.
That was
I
a
used to
time.
drink.
You think,
That was a
yo,
time. That
if
was an
you
era.
ever went to school, this is showing my age, and you had a fucking pair of snow goggles on your head.
That
The
shit
ski.
crazy.
The
That
ski
shit
thing.
crazy. This one's cocked to the side. Right here.
What the fuck was that?
That's crazy.
Stupid.
That's
what it was.
crazy.
Ain't never
Oh.
seen your
They
damn
actually
life.
bringing it back though. I don't know if you noticed.
They have.
They bringing it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like back though.
But
Like
people
curling.
actually ski now. Black people actually
No,
ski.
no.
But
They
they
be
ain't even
out
no
in the
skiing
regular on
place.
pavement, walking around the world with them. They got them.
You at the mall? What are
They're
you doing?
back. Like, it's a crazy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I'd seen Drew ski with them Johnson. Like,
Oh.
Oh yeah, he do be. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, people. Yeah.
When Usher had them shits on, everybody in school used to wear them shit.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, that bitch dancing like hell.
The influence of culture.
Right.
But like, trauma is not easy to like deal with. It's not easy to speak on, but people do have to have these tough conversations.
for sure.
Of course. Stop being so sensitive.
Damn, it's
See,
it's
See?
sensitive.
Dealing with drama.
It's
you can't
sensitive
be
trauma.
Yes, it is. But then it's like,
Okay,
dang,
wait. Let me
It's
ask
the
you.
same trauma.
Nah,
but
nah.
like, no, listen.
You
All
good-
these
you right,
traumas we're
you
talking
right.
about is the same traumas though that every generation goes through. So then it's like, bro, like if it's the same thing every generation, like after a while, y'all telling me that nobody wants to hold a conversation about the same things that your grandma went through, your dad went through, your mama went through.
No,
like,
because
every-
there's a lot of people enabling people like that.
Yeah, and
they,
that's the
they
part that
provide
makes it
that
sad.
space for them.
But
to
they
be
also
like,
passing
oh,
them
it's-
down.
Let me ask you something. Is it such thing as? No, that ain't no fucking trauma.
Like
Is
what?
it such thing?
Like, say for instance, I'm a rich kid, and my dad just cut my bank account off, and I can't use my credit cards.
That's conditioning. Could that be trauma to him? It could
Yes.
be trauma.
Yeah.
But see the
To
way you
him.
downplayed it a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of give a little condescending.
Because
tone.
people don't respect what
Right.
they
Well,
struggle with.
okay, so all right, with me,
How does it make you feel? You gotta talk like a therapist. How does it
Eh.
make you feel?
Yeah,
But,
like
alright,
some of
so-
the stuff that people commit suicide off of, you like, what?
yeah.
Right.
So I've read a lot of books, right? And books from people like Steve Jobs, right?
Okay.
Yo, these people are generals, yo. And what I mean by the generals, don't matter. The whole world could be burning right now. Get the fucking job done.
They focus.
You focus. You
But it's-
focus.
Let's do this. Let's
You
do
focus.
this. In today's time, it's not getting likes trauma.
To somebody.
Huh? I hope not.
To
To some
somebody.
kids.
If you don't
Probably
get
is.
likes, then you
They-
feel some kind of ways.
They
No,
just
some
actually
people-
did a study about
No,
that
there's
shit.
some people who do get like they be like, oh my god, the picture wasn't good enough. Oh my god, am I ugly?
And they'll
oh my
delete
gosh,
it.
delete.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know how I see that? You making the competition less for me. Keep on being weak. Focus.
That's trauma. Is it real trauma though?
Yeah, but
If that's your
to them.
trauma, if that's your trauma,
Because essentially the likes is creating dopamine for like a positive reaction
Right.
in a life, but them not getting likes or attention, because that's all it is. Them not getting attention is negative in their life. So essentially,
how
it can't be
could you
trauma.
fix your brain to be
Social media
not
real.
happy
really
if you don't
watch-
get likes?
But
That
social
don't
media
count.
not real,
If-
and they
if-
make
if-
us
if
It's
social-
the
make it
whole
real.
reality.
But the thing about it, if
Right.
social media has always been a part of your life, it's a part of you.
It's crazy though.
You
Like
want-
kids,
I can't feel bad.
and then it's
I
not.
can't empathize
It's,
with
it's
that.
and being not getting a certain amount of likes carries a certain social status.
Or
Meaning-
followers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like so
They're
if
like,
you got
motherfuckers
this,
be like, you don't got 10,000 followers.
No, I don't.
I mean, yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is,
Nah,
like,
I feel you.
But people look at that as like, bro, you ain't even popping.
You
They
lame
like,
ass
oh,
nigga.
But see, that's the same
like,
thing.
you-
Like when
you corny
in
for real,
certain
'cause you don't got
times where you
10,000
didn't have
followers.
certain things when you were in school, like you don't have these shoes, you ain't it. So
Right.
it's the same thing. This generation has the
Like the
social media, so
media
it's
as
like
clout.
if they not
Yeah.
popping.
The
on
whole
there-
time people be buying followers. Whole
Mhm.
time people really corny in real life. Whole people like they look sociable on Instagram, but they
Yeah.
in real life they fucking corny. You're like, bro,
Mhm.
Now, can we say this, because we try to downplay the new generation society like struggles, but bullying is a little different now.
Yeah, it's
It-
weird.
It is way worse.
What is
No.
But how?
ain't no way.
You
Ain't no way
you
they
use-
get-
you
they get
use-
beat up
can
by
I-
Pookie.
Can I finish?
Go
You
ahead.
get beat
go
up by
ahead.
Pookie.
You
different.
literally can go to you can literally
Everybody know
go
who
to
Pookie
school
is, nigga.
and get in a fight and get your ass whooped,
Okay,
and that just be it in our generation.
Oh,
But they be-
Now it'll be grown people like, ain't you that boy?
they got you.
I saw you on Facebook,
Don't
Green.
let it go
Boy, you
viral.
should have ducked, nigga. like that's what I'm
You
saying. Like,
shoulda ducked.
it don't
That's
stop after
crazy.
3:00
That's fucked
or
up.
after a summer.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
It lasts forever.
All right,
Okay, a lot-
I understand what you're saying.
Cause you be
Yeah.
on that liking it, like, damn.
Yeah, that nigga got this shit. But I also don't get the opposite side of that. Now, I understand what you're saying. Like, you might get in a scuffle and get beat up, and it's on the internet. But the fact that they're saying I'm being bullied online when ain't nobody touched you, they just literally just talking shit.
That's
weird.
cyberbullying. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
weird. It's like, it's
Yeah.
no way you can tell when you can turn this bitch off.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the thing.
that's
that they-
weird.
yeah.
I can turn this shit off and you like, oh, I'm gonna read.
It's a-
I
it's
Well,
a-
you can block that person.
It's a
Don't
long
get canceled
off
now.
button.
I
Don't get
guess
canceled.
But I guess it depends on, like, you know, that thing, like back then when the social media started going like viral or like Facebook became a thing, when people did have that cyberbullying, it would be like it'll drag into real life. So it wasn't only because you can log back
Oh,
off.
this
it's the fact that
motherfucker
people
dragging
start-
in real life for real now.
Yeah, like people start bringing it into school and they be like, oh, da da da. Even if you delete your social media, they're still gonna be talking about
They
that
gonna
video.
Yeah,
and they're gonna
you
keep
still
bringing
gonna be
it
like,
up.
damn, you hear what the fuck they saying about you? Because they'll take your picture and put it on their page.
You're like, I just screenshot and sent it to you.
Yeah, like, they was in the group chat. You didn't see the group chat.
Because even if you trying to dismiss it, your closest friend, like, you heard what this fuck nigga did to you.
That shit crazy.
He did what? Like, you like it's
he
in
cheated.
your face.
So that's how it works.
Hell yeah.
Now you sick.
Like, bullying is at a whole nother level. We don't
So,
see it
I
because we
don't
used to
know.
have to we had real bullies.
Right.
So you said
So
today's bully is
Nigga,
worse.
back in the day, you know the phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
right.
Words
These-
be hurting these niggas.
Oh, they
all
be
the
tearing
time.
shit up.
Why?
But
They
that's
just
what I'm
smack
saying.
somebody.
I
They
feel like
sensitive. They sensitive.
Just
yeah,
smack
I
'em.
feel like they just more sensitive now.
Like
What
their
the
shell,
fuck
I feel
wrong
like
with
they-
'em?
I feel like because
It's a lot
they-
of people
they're-
too putting pressure on it, hyping it up. It's
Yeah,
like a
and
lot of
they're
instigators
behind
in the
so
mix
many,
too.
like,
I went to school in New York City.
but they're behind so
Oh,
many
listen
devices
to
and
it.
stuff
You
now.
went
Like
out there.
devices like trying to hide in the house.
I said you put on your New York persona to say that.
No, you talk about hyping it up in New York.
Oh, yeah.
What? That's what I'm like. What, yo, we been through the fucking. You talk about instigating.
Man,
Uh,
we had this.
normalizing
What?
trauma.
We had this motherfucking
Huh?
You
game.
normalizing trauma.
Yo, this is crazy. Put your hand out. We had a game. This how ignorant
Oh,
we
you
were.
tell
Baddest man pass for a living. Now y'all supposed to fight, but this what you do.
you tell
Tap me. She just hit you,
That's some
Whole
stupid.
fight,
and a whole fight break out.
real life fight, real life fight.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This is for your time.
Yeah.
Or they'll put a stick on a nigga's shoulder. Bet you won't knock that stick off, nigga.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of goofy shit is
It
that?
was.
Our fight just broke out.
A fight go fight.
Real
It go
life
fight.
thumping.
It be two. You'll back up like, damn, he just hit you. Gonna let him take you?
Right, whole time.
Oh,
Or they
what?
walk around with their damn shoulder out. Walk
Oh,
around
yeah,
walking
yeah.
in a circle.
Yeah, you walk around and say, don't even want to fight.
Round dancing. And shit.
Oh, that's so annoying. Hit me.
Oh, see, look, somebody done pushed you.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
it go down.
Oh,
then.
that motherfucker bumped you, didn't it?
He wouldn't have bumped me if your ass ain't shoved my
Right.
ass to him. Well, this concludes another episode of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. Let's do me, my trauma, and I. Please take trauma serious. Deal with it the best way you can. Do not run from it because it does not leave your mind. That's where it lives. Always know you can't escape trauma. You have to deal with it. Period. I don't care what type of trauma it is, you can overcome it. Everything happens in a season. It'll be a season for weeping and a season for joy, rejoicing. But you can follow me on all platforms, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. Go to Me and My Big Mouth Podcast on all of them. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe on this YouTube channel. You can jump in the comments, what did Nino do? Floyd, he got time for you. Let's give a congratulations to Floyd. He shut down 2 this week.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, two was it 2 last week in the comment section?
I don't know. I just be up there. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you made them fold quick. I gave you your flowers last week. Go get you some merch from BigMouthBrand.com.
You gave me half-ass flowers, though.
What?
Because you
Backhanded.
said you half-ass. Yeah, you said you half-ass defended me. That's what you didn't really give me my flowers, but.
Oh, I did say something to some dude that
2?
had said some little slick shit to her.
Oh, you said something?
Yeah, somebody had said something to her about something, and I was like, "Nah, bro, you can't say that, bro." I said, I don't know, some motherfucker up there. I don't know.
I didn't see it.
Right, it'd be a lot of posts.
But he's wearing a hat that you can actually get from BigMouthBrand.com. And do you have anything you want to plug?
Follow me on social media. Angel J. Yeah, that's all.
I'm gonna say that you're gonna see in the you wanna do it again?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
What were you gonna say?
I can't wait till you look back at it and you fuck up the word characteristic.
Oh, she tore that shit up. Twice. She tore that bitch off the float.
I didn't come.
She tore that bitch up
Twice.
Y'all ain't gonna see that
about that bitch.
Yeah, that list was listening. I couldn't get
Yeah.
Characteristics was turned up. She was in a fight for her life.
But no, you can go ahead. We ain't cutting none of this shit. But you go ahead and get your social media again.
Follow me on Instagram, Angel_J.
What would Nino do? _ under each word, all platforms.
You can follow me at Raheem Cousin Speaks, and you can also follow my podcast at The Marriage Experiment.
That's all I got.
And I'm out. I was about to say depressed, Jeff.
I'm not depressed.
It was on your list. You were
I was like, nah.
Middle finger to the world. Such chaos. Seems like the government that had a fucking seance. Neighbor versus neighbor. Don't care about your flavor. Dave Chappelle said, please, just don't hate us. Boys speak free, must got that fuck you paper. Nah, I'm a king, rather die cavalier than a Laker. Way too smart to wait on muse and some acres. Now they using verbal whips to break us. Watching the oppressor come oppressors. Cause niggas don't believe in your endeavors. We ain't stopping your rights, then it's whatever. What happened to a difference of opinion from 2 different beings? Are we all just minions? Sticks and stones break bones, but words would never hurt me. So when you say I can't say something, it really hurts me. The F word, the R word, the N word. Hold up, bitch. I'm not in third, I'm a grown man. So if I feel it, I'ma say it. I don't need a certain group to okay it. I'm real lifetime with this, don't arcade it. Don't understand shit I'm saying and replay it. My cup is running over with this bullshit. And even more lies is coming from the pulpit. Asking if God really would approve this. Born here, but I feel like a tourist. Middle finger to the world. When they come for me, just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some wanna be, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council culture too. Middle finger to the world. When they come for me, just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some wanna be, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council culture too. Middle finger to